Record. Now I'm recording. So angels have such a beautiful history with all of humanity from the beginning of time. And a lot of different cultures will call them something else, beings from the sky. And they'll talk about all this light that they're seeing coming down. Other cultures will call it that it's this other animal or this really large being that came down and were teaching people things. So I've seen that, that show, I forget the name of it right now, but they talk about, Ancient Aliens. And they talk about different cultures who have a long history of talking about these beings that would come down and teach them things. And they said they're from somewhere else. They're from the clouds or they're from the sky. And a lot of times, yeah, they were probably angels or archangels. And what people might think as, I saw an alien. Well, it might have been an angel. Because they're interdimensional beings. They come from the cosmos, very powerful, very strong. And so all the things that some cultures might think, or even modern contemporary people will think, they're aliens, they're from another planet, they're from another galaxy. Well, they might quite often be angels as well. And why wouldn't they be one in the same? Angelic beings are very powerful. They are seated very close to God, which is why they vibrate very, very strong. A lot of art has depicted them being a certain shape or a certain having wings, even having feet. So what the angels want to say is they will come in the form that is most pleasant to you, because the last thing they want to do is scare you, which was actually my first experience. That the angels came. Well, one angel came in my bedroom. I was 8 or 9 years old, and my bed was really close to the wall. And I look up at the wall, and there's this shadowy thing. It wasn't a lot of light, and I thought, what the heck is this? And scared the what out of me. So I turned over and I shut my eyes and I laid there for a while. And I looked up again because I was just so curious, and it was still there. It hadn't moved. I'm like, oh, shoot. I don't know what happened, but I was able to fall asleep eventually. And I told my mom, because it kept happening. And she goes, well, tell your guardian angel, pray to take it away. And then later I find out, through my spiritual awareness and learning about different guardians and helpful beings, that was one of my angels. We have many angels that support us, but the one angel that is assigned to us, to our soul, there's a soul connection, is your guardian angel. What I love about guardian angels is that all they do is support us. They don't judge. They don't tell us, well, you didn't ask me for help before when you were in this pickle, so why should I help you now? Because, it's been a while. They don't think of our lives as time, even though they know we're growing, we're getting stronger, older, and then we get older. And they know we have a lifespan. Most of the angels, or almost all, have never had a human life experience. So they don't exactly know what it is to be human, but they can empathize with it. They see our pain, they can feel our pain and the challenges that we go through. They might not have firsthand knowledge of it, but they know when we are hurting. They know when we're in sorrow. They know when we're in joy. So they connect with us on all the spectrum of the emotions that we feel. They don't judge. They don't say, well, gosh, you really went over the deep end last week, so I don't know. I think you're a lost cause. I don't know, honey. So they're not going to tell us it's you and I are done. I'm going to find a better human to be a guardian to, because you're just not listening. They don't do that, which is, I'm so thankful for, because gosh. And it's so nice to know that they just love us. They just want us to connect to them. And through them, we can better connect to God. So they're kind of like a mediary. They deliver God's message. They deliver God's instruction. And it's even in the Bible, you know, when Moses talked to the burning bush, when Moses went up to the top of the mountain for the 10 commandments, he was talking to a higher power. Angels don't always will say, well, I want to take the credit for that. Yeah, he said he spoke to God, but you know what? I think he spoke to me. They're not going to do that because they don't have sense of self. Not like us, not like we do. Like we need recognition of some kind. As long as we got the message, they're happy. It's okay if we don't call them, give them a name. It's okay if we call them the spirit animal, the collective, the angel, the higher power, just God. It doesn't matter. As long as they can get a message across. And that's really their goal. Can she hear me? I really hope she hears me today. Can she feel my love? I really hope she feels loved today. And they don't quit. They are a constant in our life. And sometimes it's hard to understand what that is because their love is so all-encompassing. When I meditate, I often bring about my guardian angel. They do send a signature message when they really want to get our attention. And oftentimes it's distraction. So we're focusing on the phone, the computer, the TV, overthinking about whatever it is, bills, other people, our health, whatever life is throwing at us at the moment. If we start to go into the overthinking mode, into, she's losing some cookies now, we're going to have to really come in and break her from this cycle. Let's try it. Let's do this again to see if she'll go for it. So they distract us. And so they give us this, what I see it as, these little ribbons, these beautiful little ribbons of light, and they just trickle it in. It's going to come in through your crown. And they get us to think about something just in an instant to get you off that road rage or overthinking or trying to remember something. They get out of that thought, get out of that hamster wheel of overthinking. And they get us for a second and they'll, look at that bird. I just saw a butterfly. That's the craziest thing. Oh, look at that, something, clouds, rainbows. Or you'll hear something on the radio, or you'll just hear something and you'll think, what, did somebody call my name? I'm the only one in my car, but I heard my name. I can't tell you how many times that's happened. They literally have to yell at me and call my name to get my attention sometimes. And I'm so thankful that they do because I can be very hard-headed. I'm stubborn. I'm a Scorpio. When I'm mad, I'm mad. It's just how it is. And I'm so thankful that they do get me out of my overthinking, because it is something that I do. And I'm so thankful that I've created this relationship with them. And over time, I've learned a few of the signature things that they show me, or emotions. A lot of times it's just an overall sense of peace. And we might not even notice that that was an angel that brought it to you, because they're not going to say, lovingly brought to you by your angel, you're welcome. But if you get this, just, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to be happy today. Thanks, angels. Thanks for giving me this clarity just for a moment to realize my overall sole purpose in this life is not to pay every bill on time. That great if it happens, but if it doesn't, sometimes, I mean, I haven't had a car payment in a very long time, since, oh gosh, 2007, maybe even prior to that, because I would always buy cars and pay cash, or I bought it and paid it off really, really quick. So I had to buy a car this year. And then I had to go into the payment city. I'm like, oh shoot. So it's a new bill. And sometimes I forgot. And they, then I get this email. We think you forgot. You missed a payment. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. It's not on it is on my to-do list, but it's not on my top 10 I want to think about list. So it goes away. I just really don't want to pay for it. But I am. And so little ways that angels can help to get your attention is bringing something almost right in your view. So sometimes it's going to be in your peripheral. Sometimes it's a little bit of sparkles. You'll see a little bit of sparkles, or you'll just see something whoosh going by. Like, what was that in your peripheral vision? And then as soon as you turn to put your focus there, it's gone. That can be many of your guides that do that, because they know if I'm right here, I'll get some of her attention, but not all. And I probably won't scare the bejesus out of her. So if I just do a little of this, you'll be, oh, and that'll get you out of your train of thought. You can just tell them, don't do that in the car, because I gotta pay attention. Because sometimes when we're in our car and we're taking the same way home, the same route home that we do every day, we're in a little bit of automatic pilot in our brain. We don't have to work too hard to do it, kind of like washing dishes. Doesn't take a lot of brain cells to fire to make that happen. Or vacuuming, folding clothes, except for fitted sheets. That takes work. But you can get into a little bit of a cloudy mind, where it's just you're just kind of there, and you're drifting off a little bit, and then that's when they can come in. Oh, she's open, kind of, get her. And they send something. And it could be just a thought of a loved one in spirit. Sometimes that is from that loved one. Or they just send you a thought of, remember how beautiful you are. Remember how intelligent you are. Remember how amazing you are. And it's just a little something. And that's all they want to do all day long, every day, is just to bring us love. And that's how they are an extension of God, because all God is love. A lot of people think, when I die and I, face my judgment day, it's not exactly that. It's God that's judging us. It's really ourselves and our higher self. Okay, honey, what did we do? What did we not do? We judge ourselves more and more harshly than God ever could. So I've asked this so many times to my angels, to Jesus, which Jesus is a very cool dude. You can talk to him like your buddy. Jesus does, this is real quick. Jesus does not want us to think of Jesus as up here, like above and better than, greater than. You know that sticker, greater than? Jesus doesn't want that. Jesus wants us. Jesus was a regular guy when he had a life here, said I was poor, didn't have much, didn't want much, but I knew I had my soul mission, and his soul mission was very great. And he says, but I don't want you to judge it as my soul mission being greater or more important than, better than yours. He says, I had a very big one. It was very important, that I got it done. And he says, but don't judge my life or the meaning of who I am to be any larger or greater than you. I'm just able to radiate God at a higher volume and higher frequency than you've learned how to do now. It's not like that you can't get there or can't learn how. It's just we were born here and we forgot how to do it. And so we're going to spend our whole life trying to remember it all again, how to get back to God, until we die like, oh, holy shit, he was there all the time. Damn. Gotta go back and try that again. So Jesus wants to know he was born awake, and there's many souls on the planet right now who are born awake, meaning awareness of how close we are connected to God, all of humanity. We just forgot that because, and there's a big reason for it. That's another story. But the angels are here to help us remember that. They just bring in these little hints and they guide us if we ask us to, because we were born forgetting everything, which is why babies cry. I'll tell you that. When newborns, they don't know anything else to show their discomfort is by crying. And sometimes like, I gave you everything. You have a dry diaper. You just ate. I just, what? Because they're realizing they're getting more and more disconnected from God every day. Because I'm getting more ground, I'm getting more solidified in this human fleshy body, and they're feeling the separation. Because they were souls, They're like, so when a newborn baby is born and they're looking at you like, what am I doing here? I'm like, yeah, I know. It's gonna suck. But it'll get better. And they're looking right through us because they're not looking at physical, they're just looking at our soul. And sometimes it looks like they're looking right above us. It's because they're looking at our aura, or they're looking at all of our family members in spirit behind us saying, it's going to be okay. You're okay. Don't freak out. So, yeah, so that's why a lot of times the angels are very much with babies, which is why a lot of times you'll see a baby and they're just playing all by themselves, cooing and looking up at the ceiling, and you don't know what they're doing. It's because either they're playing with a relative in spirit or an angel. It's either going to be their guardian angel or an angel that just wants to be with that baby at that moment. There's a lot of angels that govern so many different things. There's angels that take care of bugs, angels that take care of butterflies, angels that take care of the birds, trees, anything of life here. And then we have our guardian angels, which are specifically assigned to us and our well-being and helping us getting back to God, showing us ways that we were never disconnected, not really, but it's just so hard to hear that and feel that when we're stuck trying to remember to make the car payment and buying something at the store. I forgot ginger again. I'm trying to make this pineapple and ginger drink, and I got the pineapple. Now I forgot the ginger. I thought I had enough ginger. I don't have enough ginger. And I want to use fresh ginger. So I got to go back to the store before this pineapple goes bad. But let's see where we are in time. 4:20. Okay. A couple more minutes. So I want to give you a few pointers and ways that you can connect with your guardian angel really, really easy. So number one, if you are in meditation or you're getting ready to go to sleep and you want just a few moments to center yourself, you can literally say, I call all my energy in. I'm focusing on my heart, and I want my guardian angel to make a connection with me while I sleep. Because when we're asleep, most of the hours of our sleep time, we are in dream state. And in that dream state, we're able to vibrate higher, and we go into the astral plane. So we can go into the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, or higher. When we come back into our bodies and wake up, we might remember a lot of it, or we might forget. It just depends on our intentions. So intentions are big. So tell your angel what you want. Like, I want your help in whatever it is. Please guide me to the right answer, or please guide me to someone who can help me. Put them in my path in some way, shape, or form. Put the job in my path. One of my friends just told me a job just came to her after she had been looking for so long. She didn't like the job she had. She gave herself a due date that she was going to quit. Right before she quit, she got a call of a friend who had a friend who was looking for somebody who had an open position for the skills that exactly what she does. Like, how perfect is that? So I'm so happy for her, because she was going to move. So I'm so glad she didn't move. And so instances like that, where I'm just ready. Show me the signs. I'm open. I'm not going to be particular of what the sign is, what it's going to look like. Just make sure I get it. Just throw it at me really, really hard. Big softball right here. Because otherwise I'm going to miss it. And they know. They know we can be very stubborn. So they will find a way, whether it's going to be a song, and then a song will remind you of something, and then these little thoughts. Oh, and then it leads you to this, and then it leads you to this. These little breadcrumbs, they will keep lining this trail of breadcrumbs to us until we get to that final answer. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm going to call so-and-so. How did I not remember? I know somebody who does this, or whatever I need. And then all of a sudden, or someone will give you a call, or you'll just, whoa, I just saw this job opening. That's crazy. Which is how I have the part-time job I have right now. It's just, you can call it universe. Thanks, universe, for bringing it to me. It could be the angels, but all we know is that it's there and you got it. You heard it, received the message. Thank you. But you can also be specific and tell them, please show me in music, in song, or because I'm very clairaudient. So if you know you are very clairaudient and you need to hear it because you know you're going to get it that more accurately, then ask for that. So I want to see it. If you're more clairvoyant, you need to visualize. Or if you just want to feel it, if you're clairsentient, I need to feel the emotion of it. And that's how I translate. So many different ways. So they will help. But because they vibrate so darn high, it's really hard for us to receive. So angels live and dwell really up here in the 7, 8, 9 dimension. So they're way up here. And us humans, we're usually in the 2 and 3s. A lot of us are getting up in the 3s, and a lot of us are moving through the 4. So fourth dimension is just the struggle. It's the shadow. It's the separation. You know, when you're growing and you're going through a growth spurt and you've got that soreness in your joints, that's what 4D is. It's a lot of growth and it's a lot of pain. I had vertigo a couple weeks ago. It will just put you in different states of awareness. And sometimes it's very uncomfortable. People will leave your life. You'll be called to leave other people's lives because it's just not part of your path anymore. And that's okay. So they will show us things that we need to know. They don't almost never take credit for any of it because that's not what they want. As long as we get it, that's all they care about. If we never give our guardian angel a name, that's okay. A lot of times we knew our guardian angels as babies, as toddlers, until we start learning not to listen to them anymore. We have to be taught that. And it's by our peers, it's by the adults in our life. If that conversation doesn't come around, oh, when you have a dream and you're floating and you're so happy and you have a friend there. A lot of times, we don't ask our children, what did they dream about? Was their dream happy? Was there a friend in your dream? Do you see your friend even when you're not dreaming? So if you were to have a real vivid conversation like that, I'll tell you, they will tell you, they know, yeah, this is my special friend. And I named my friend, Cookies, whatever. And that is almost about 85% of the time is your guardian angel. But as we grow, we start forgetting it and we realize, oh, that was just silly. That was kiddie stuff. It wasn't real. So as soon as we say it wasn't real, our brain agrees with it and said, okay, well, all the stuff that's like that isn't real. So we'll just take it away from you. If you don't want it anymore, you'll just won't see it. You won't hear it. You won't feel it anymore. And so those of us who are in that awakened stage of life, it's like, I want it back. I want to feel it, sense it, hear it again, like I did when I was a kid. So a lot of times our angels will give us memories from our childhood, and chances are the angel was a part of that experience, from that childhood experience. Oh, I had a friend and I had my favorite doll, and just recounting this snapshot moment in time when you were little. And you might not even be able to remember exactly how old you were. You just know you were little. And it's just pieces, it's fragments. But they're giving you evidence. Yeah, when that happened, I was with you. Even though it was a really sad time in your life, I was with you, holding you, supporting you, telling you that you were loved. So they will give us not only happy memories, but even the sad ones to show us, I was there too. Even then I was there. Even then I was there. So when you get these random memories, like, oh my God, I just had this memory just plop in my brain, I don't know why. It can often be the help of our loved ones in spirit who know our angels, because they can vibrate higher. They usually vibrate at about 5D, the fifth dimension. They don't get as high as angels, because once your soul was human, you don't turn into an angel. Angels were just always angels. They are little pieces of God, I guess you can call it. And in my angel class, I talk more in depth about that. If you like the nuts and bolts, I like to know the why. I want the raw, real definition. Angelic realm, who are they? What are their names? And all that good stuff. So I have a 4-hour class and I've shaved it down to 3, all about angels. And it's going to be a 3-part recorded series that you can purchase online, and you can watch the videos whenever. And it comes with a ebook to go with it. And then I will do a live on a certain date. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So it's showing you ways that your guardian angel connects to you. You'll learn all about the angel realm, all the different tiers of angels, which there's 9 tiers, or there's different words for it, but there's a hierarchy. Not that one's better, but one that they have different jobs. And some jobs are seated very close to God and some are not. Some direct other angels, some don't. Some are very earthly angels, like fairies and sprites. They're kind of in the fairy realm, but they're very earthbound, which is why we can see them a little bit easier. I know, so much information, right? And what I love about it is we can connect to them anytime we want. And so that's the main goal. That's what they really want me to stress to everyone, is they love us so much and they want to connect, and they want to figure out ways you want to connect to them. They're letting us run the show. So if you want, okay, I want clouds. I got a really beautiful cloud in the shape of the letter E, a capital E, cloud one day. I took a picture of it. It's somewhere on my phone. But it was close to my mom's birthday. And so I got the E and her name was Esther. So I'm like, oh, Mom, how'd you do that? But she had help. Whether it was just me, the only one who ever saw it, that's fine, because it was meant for me. It was such a special cloud. But yeah, they're going to bring us things that I have never seen something like that before, you know, like a butterfly just landing on the hood of your car. Just rando things. I had butterflies, like 2 of them, just, you know, how when you know that they're going to mate and they're doing this and they're right in front of me. I'm like, oh, these butterflies are going to do it right in front of me. But it's just showing you just the beauty of nature too. So yeah, if you want a specific something that you see, sense, or hear, let them know. Say, I want to hear bells, I want to hear horns, I want to hear violins, I want to hear something. I want to hear water. I want to hear, you know, whatever you want. I want to hear rain. And all of a sudden, if you are drifting off to sleep and you think, I think it's raining out, and you look out, it wasn't raining. Like, angels, you got me. So yeah, just ask them what you want. You can even write them a letter. That's always special too. And then read it out loud, because when our brain hears it, our mind starts to believe it more, and then our body believes it, and then we become more open to it. Beautiful, right? Okay. So that's my quick little talk about angels. The angel class will be available, I'm going to say the beginning of November. I've got lots of stuff to do this October, this month. We're already in October. Oh, I can't believe it. We are in the two digits. We're almost out of here. 2023 is almost finito. Can't believe it. And then we're going to get in the holiday season, and Lord, that's a mess. So I wanted to get this angel stuff going so that you can use this knowledge moving into the holidays, because that's when we start to remember Jesus again, you know, and which that really isn't the time of his birthday. Anyway, he was born more in the autumn months, like right about now. This is about when he was born, is what he told me. He says not late, not at the end of the year. But you know, the calendar that we follow is so inaccurate. It's so wrong, but that's all right. If you want an accurate calendar, use the Mayan calendar. That's correct. Or the Hawaiian calendar, because we go by the moon. So I'm going to do some cards, and I forgot to put up the information of my Venmo and my Cash App, but my Venmo is at Spiritual Lali. That's the Venmo. 3 cards for 15. And if you want Cash App, it's Purple Lali 7. So you can either one of those, or if you need me to email you an invoice, let me know. So I'm gonna look real quick, because for some reason on the Facebook I can't view, but I think I'm live. I'm pretty sure I'm live on the Facebook group. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use my phone in case somebody wants to comment on. You still hear me? No. Okay. All right. So if we have any questions, if you want a reading today, put it in the comments. And if you're on the chat, I will check the chat. I'm glad you could join, PE. You want 3 cards? Okay. I'm going to use Michael for you. So I have the Michael deck, which is a gorgeous Archangel Michael deck. I have the Gabriel deck, love it. And I have the Healing with Angels. These are all Doreen Virtue decks, but I love them. Doreen did have a very good connection with angels. So it's a really, really good decks. So if anybody, okay, PE, I'm going to do you have a preference, PE? I'm thinking Michael for you, but if you want Gabriel, let me know. And I'm going to do a quick one card overall message. Okay, okay. They want the angel healing deck. Overall message from the angels today. What do they want us to know? Manifestation. Look how beautiful, and all that blue. So all the throat chakra, because I often like to ask them, show me in colors that I connect to the chakra system. And the chakra system, that really helps me to understand what the message is overall too. So manifesting what you want, and they are right there with us. We do have to be specific to the angels of what we want, because they might give us things that we need, but we didn't necessarily want it. So then we will throw it out the window. Hi, Brenda. Great. I will invoice you, my dear. So manifesting right now is stronger than ever. I've been noticing I have been able to manifest when I get my own self out of the way, my own ego, all that goody stuff. And it's nice to realize how powerful I am. I'm still working on it. There's things that is in my vortex. I know it's there. It's so close. And I just need to get out of my own way. So this is a big wake-up call to let us know you can manifest whatever you want. As long as it's for your highest good, your angels will assist you. If we want to manifest things that maybe aren't of our highest good, that isn't good for humanity, that isn't based in love, they will kind of take a seat back and say, oh, let's wait till she's in a better space. But manifesting and really thinking about it, what do you really want? Do you want strength? Do you want perseverance? Do you want clarity of mind? So many things that we can focus on. And manifesting can take a lot of time in our human sense of time, because we get impatient. When we don't think about it, boom, it's there. It can be that quick. I work on it, and I manifest little things like, oh, I really want this certain kind of blender or this certain kind of crystal. I wanted an apophyllite really, really bad, but they're really expensive. And then all of a sudden, wouldn't you know, TJ Maxx had one, a big hunkin' thing. It's in my bedroom. $15. Something that size would have been like $40 somewhere else. Like, thanks, TJ. TJ Maxx and Marshalls has crystals pretty regularly. Woo. It is a warm day today too. Okay, PE, we're going to do Michael. What does PE need to know? They're saying they bring you music. They bring you really amazing music. And they work with your guides they really enjoy working with your guides. They're showing me a couple of birds. So one of your guides is a bird. And rainbows. They come to you with rainbows, but you know that. Ah, I love it. Eternal love. So they want you to remember the eternal love bond that you have One with God, but also with yourself. One of your sole purposes in this life, they're saying, is that you were born to really understand what eternal love means. No matter what happens in your life, you eternally love yourself. No matter what judgment other people place upon you, it will not loosen or break apart the love you have for yourself. And they want you to remember that. Eternal, the word eternal. They want that to be very strong. Ooh, explore your options. Something you're going to have that you're working on, or that you're going to have the opportunity to, will be offered to you. And almost like, do you want to do this, or do you want to do this? But the choices are going to be kind of hard to decide, because one will be really great for a lot of other people, except for you. And then the other choice will be really, really great for you, but not so great for other people. So they're saying you're going to have to weigh that. It's not going to be easy. And if you choose a certain way, that opportunity will come up again, because they're wanting you to choose you, is what they're saying. They want you to choose you. And when you continue to not choose you, then what you want in life will get a little further away. It'll take a little longer to get there. Oh, I love that horse. Look at that horse. So cool. More blue. You're getting a lot of blue. Well, this one's a lot of green. But it's interesting because both of these cards, the angels are not looking directly at us. Even, see, Michael's in this one, but Michael's not in this one. Oh, wait, is that Michael? That's Michael. Michael's on the horse. So, yeah, but Michael is not looking straight at, he's looking like there. So, also putting in focus to be very intentional as well. Third card, you and your loved ones are safe. So, your physical bodies are safe. Your spiritual bodies are safe. And know that they are very aware that you have been working very, very hard for that safety, because there has been challenges to you. And they're so very happy that you chose to ask for healing when you know you needed it, instead of suffering it through. That you chose the higher good for yourself. And they want you to know that made all the difference in that lesson, in that situation. That when you choose well, I'm gonna say well, not better, but when you choose for not only your health, and then the offshoots of that is the better health of everyone else around you, of your loved ones. Because they're saying there's going to be a time where you're going to need to care for someone else. Not anytime soon, but within the decade. And your knowledge that you're gaining now and your compassion is what you're learning that you'll be using later on. Beautiful. Trying to see what he's holding in his hand there. I'll take a picture and send it to you. He's holding something in his hand. I'm not sure what it is, but I should probably need to put my glasses on. But I love these cards. And so you're going to be exploring your options of how to do something differently. You often will gravitate towards finishing or completing something in the way you always have, because that's what you know. But you are now learning to try something different. You're taking the path unknown. Yeah, You're not going to know the outcome. And even now, we don't know the outcome. We think we know the outcome when we do things that I've done it before, it's all good. But not always the case. So they're very happy that you are choosing the path for your higher self. Okay, I'm going to take photos of these. Let me take it real quick. Oh, I can't. Okay. I'll remember. Yes. Okay. Hi, Brenda. I'm going to use Gabriel for you. This deck is awesome. Love me some Gabriel. Okay, I haven't used this deck in so long. Get it. Let me get it all warmed up first. Okay. What does Brenda need to know? Such a beautiful deck. And Gabriel is the archangel of communication. Oh, here we go. One. Because Gabriel is always known for having that big horn. Yeah, the flute, or that's not a flute, the big long horn. So giving the messages. Gabriel was the angel that came to Mary. I believe Moses as well. Okay. New project. So if there's something you've been wanting to bring about for yourself, it's on its way. All you have to do is say, yeah, I want it. And there's going to be a little bit of time, a little bit of investment for you, but you're going to really love it. You're going to really enjoy this new project. I saw paint. I don't know if you're going to paint. But whatever you want to do, you will really enjoy it even more if you corral somebody to do it with you. Because then it'll be a learning event for the both of you or three of you. Law of attraction. So they want to remind you that you can attract what you want. So if you are noticing you're attracting if things in your life, oh, I didn't want that. But are you thinking about it a lot? Because sometimes when we're attracting something and we don't realize that we attracted what we didn't want, because so many of us will go to this default thinking when someone asks us, what do you want? Reminds me of the Notebook. Yeah. What do you want? And instantly you start to think of what you don't want. So when that happens, everything that you don't want, you're thinking about, and it's on its way. So instead of saying, I don't have any money, I don't have enough money. Well, then you won't have enough money. So the law of attraction is, I have so much money, I don't know what to do with it. I am so glad I don't worry about money anymore. And that's one of my lessons for myself too, that letting go of that fear of lack. Got a lot of past lives to work on that too. And working on, I have so much, I am so abundant in everything. I have no need because I'm so abundant. And that's how we attract it all. Oh, she's got it all. She's got it all. So they want you to feel light when it's something you want. Don't feel heavy and like, oh, it's never coming. Or we have the thought of it's on the way, but the truck on the delivery to me is like in another state still. So don't think of it that way either. Think of it, it's right here. I already have it. Imagining that law of attraction wants us to just imagine what would it be like if it's already with us. It's already in our hands. So they're reminding you of it, because there's sometimes you think, oh, that's just never going to happen, or we'll have to wait. We have to be patient because it's going to be a while. And they're saying it doesn't have to be divine guidance. So you are being divinely guided. They bring you some weather. They like to bring you some weather when you're outside, almost like breezes. And you go outside and just let it fill your face, let it feel it on your face. So they want you to know that when you enjoy that, when you just take a moment, go outside, feel the wind in your hair, is imagine that wind just taking all your worries away. Let it just flow right out of you. And that they are guiding you. Sometimes the answer is not having to make a big decision right now until you know for sure this is what you want. Because sometimes we have to be in a bit of a holding pattern for us to decide what we really want and what you like for you, not for the kids, not for somebody else, but for you, only you. And if the offshoot of that is everybody else will be happy too, because they will benefit from your abundance because you will always share it with them. So don't think it's a selfish thing to want for yourself, and that you are divinely guided. You will have something come in the mail. They're saying mail. You're gonna go, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. I didn't know that I was gonna get that. You're gonna get something in the mail, which will help you with this new project. So cute. I love that. Hi, folks on Facebook. I have time for one more read. So if anybody would like one, you can do the Venmo at Spiritual Lali or Cash App Purple Lali 7. And I forgot to type it in. So if anybody on Facebook would like to do the reading, let me know. That was fun. So if you aren't on my newsletter email list, get on that and go to my website, purplespiritlali.com, and you can, there usually will be a pop-up as soon as you get on the site. Do you want to join the newsletter? And then you just put your email in, and then you get added. It's that easy. I will be doing another email a little bit about the angels so that we can get more acquainted, get better acquainted, and really enjoy working with angels on a regular basis, because that's what they want. They really want to be around us and move with us in all facets of our life, even the stuff that isn't fun. They want us to know that we're so supportive, that we are supported. So if you're interested in learning more about lovely angels, join my class. And if you have questions, you can always message me. I might do another live specifically about the archangels, because they're fun. If you're interested in connecting to some of the archangels, I make oil blends. So this one is Archangel Gabriel. So I have 6 different oils, and though this one is Gabe, and it comes in a roller bottle, and it's got the crystals inside with the oil blend. So this helps you, one, specifically get in touch with Gabriel, but it's also aligned to the healing properties that Gabriel is associated with. And when you buy a bottle, I usually put a little message in there, how to use it, but also what it's going to do for you. And it's got 3 different crystals, which are also closely associated with what Gabriel does for us. So Gabriel's amazing. Okay, so I have one for Michael, Metatron, Ariel, Raphael, Zachiel, Shamuel. They're fun. But yeah, so I might do a live just about the archangels because they're unique. They're really special, and they are actually more powerful than the guardian angels. It's that hierarchy thing. But thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And I look forward to working with any of you more. I hope you join the angel class. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's just a great way to have more information about the angels and how we can work with them closer. Okay. Aloha, and I will talk to you soon.